Keefy D talks about Puffy putting a hit out.
That was a 2-for-1.
Did you guys ever hear about a hit like that on Tupac?
I talked about it in the Vibe magazine in 1997. If y'all pull up that article, I talked about it. Whether or not I knew right then, who knew? But I know I was talking about it in 1997. If y'all pull up the Vibe article that Reggie Wright did in the Vibe magazine, y'all see I explained that, told the bounty, the money, and everything. So. But Reggie never talked. Reggie just started talking once lately. But no, y'all just don't know the business. Y'all don't know. Reggie been telling this story. But pull it up, allhiphop.com. The allegedly challenge done by Kevin Hackey. Pull it up. Reggie responded to that. Y'all hit me up with all this stuff in the comment section. There's an answer for all of this stuff. Thug Life Army. There was a website, not a YouTube channel because we didn't have that then, but I used to write articles all the time. I used to give input on. Y'all pull it up because you guys are new and just know about YouTube. Stop throwing dirt on my name.
You mentioned people throwing dirt on your name. How frustrating is it for you when you see all these wild conspiracies going on?
Well, I hate it. I hate that it's going on because I know it's bull crap and it's just like a person that's saying Tupac is alive. Y'all just don't know how disrespectful that is to niggas that's in jail, that's doing life, that's doing 10, 15 years in prison. For us to look up to Tupac like we do still today, 26, 27 years later, and for y'all to be saying that he's alive, only reason that Tupac would have be faking his death is because he didn't want to go to jail, go back to prison. Guess how much time he has to do left? He had a 4-year sentence. Already did it a year. Only had to do, what, 80%, 85% of that time. So y'all saying this man faking his death, hiding, letting all these people mess over his money, mess over his legacy, stop making money and all of that because he don't want to go do 2 years in prison? Do y'all know how insulting that is to real street dudes or people that's sitting behind the walls doing that type of time, people that has did time before? Y'all don't know how disrespectful that is to Tupac.
I hear that. Well, I found this story. I don't know if it's true or not, but I thought I'd ask you about it. There's a story that Suge was looking for T.I. And some people were kind of warning T.I. that Suge was looking for him. Did you ever hear about that?
I heard about it. Suge was trying to clear up a beef, and him and I think Big Hugh or Wack and all of that little circle, but I wasn't around. I came back after that because I remember riding in the car one time with him, and he was like, "There go that bitch ass nigga, the one that got that song Move Out the Way."
Ludacris? That would have been Ludacris.
And so it was behind. They got in the middle. Those three that I named before got in the middle of negotiating a deal between a beef that was going down between Ludacris and T.I. And that was the only time that Suge ever had an issue or got in the middle of something that was going on with T.I. and Ludacris, where the three of them, or two of the three, I forget which one it was, if it was Wack or if it was Big U, they was getting paid by each side to make the problem go away while they were in L.A.
Okay. Yeah. You know, they also said Suge Knight was robbing everybody that weekend.
They wasn't robbing, but they was extorting. They making niggas pay taxes.
Just to come to L.A.?
To be out here. And some would pay, some wouldn't. Some would just run. They see them coming in the club, they be having people open up the back door and getting out of the club. Y'all go listen to Jamie Foxx interview. Y'all go listen to any of the rappers from New York that be telling Suge Knight stories. I done heard about 3 or 4 different rappers telling we'd be in a club, we hear that nigga was coming or outside, we'd be running out the back door or seeing other artists run out the back door. And so Jamie Foxx got a great story online where he talked about at one of his parties where Snoop and them was like, we gotta go. But y'all listen to Jamie words, don't listen to Reggie words. Y'all go pull it up for yourselves. But yeah, that was what was going on back then.
There was the Vibe Awards, where Dr. Dre was stabbed.
Okay.
What all was going on during that time?
Well, Spider-Lo gonna talk about it a little bit on the upcoming Bomb First episode, where he could explain it because he was there, I wasn't there. But it was mainly some beef that was going on with, of course, with Dre and Suge. And Suge, being the hating nigga that he was at the time, hating on Dre. Didn't want Dre to get his shine, and an incident went down. I let Spider-Lo statement speak for what happened and how it happened. But that's what happened. You know, Suge got some homeboys, Magic and them, from some different LA gangs, and they were with them. And one of the guys that was with them did get stabbed. But the plan was, as always, was Suge rush the stage while somebody on the stage. And I don't think it went down like that. But that's what happened.
How much was Suge feared throughout, like, the music business during that time? Because how did he even get in? You know what I'm saying? It seemed like at that point he would have been banned.
Yeah, he was. And then somehow they get in because he was always cool with security guards or people that worked the door or some of the major upper executives because they didn't see that part. You know, Suge knew, I used to always say, that nigga knew how to have a foot in Watson Compton and a foot in Beverly Hills. He was one of the persons that could play both ways. He could either have his white voice on or his ghetto voice on. And he knew when to turn it on, when to turn it off. And so that's why he usually was able to get into places.
Suge was good with networking.
Correct. And he was a people person. He's still a good dude. It's just once he feel you crossed him or it's a cross is when he feel he got to go on attack. And he over attacks sometimes. But it's easy to make up with him just by telling him, all right, dog. All right. And have a good conversation with him as well. And then usually stuff would be all right or cool. But in fairness, most of the cases and everything he ever got, he was always going to defending himself or someone else just because their namesake or his namesake had got challenged by that person. It ain't ever been really he just went out and was like, let's go beat up and take Cam Capone's chain or his equipment or stuff. It usually was always because he felt, not saying he was right or wrong, that Cam Capone owed him this, promised him this, or did this to somebody that came running to him to be Captain Save-A-Hole, which DOC and Dre did a lot back in the day.